Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beninin, and for today's video we are going to be talking about some new cleansers that I've been trying out. For the longest time I was a die-hard CeraVe gentle foaming cleanser type of gal, but I feel like it is time to try something new. So I went ahead and after I finished my last bottle of my CeraVe, I was like, we're gonna just branch out a little bit, try to not be so obsessed with one product. I'm really excited to share all these with you guys. Today we're gonna be talking about, well, I'm saying all of these as if there are a ton of them. We're only talking about 3 cleansers. So today we'll be talking about the Vanicream Gentle Facial Cleanser, the Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser, and the Aveeno Calm and Restore Nourishing Oat Cleanser. But before we do that, let's talk about my skin type. So I have oily, acne prone, sensitive skin. I am using a topical retinol, and then I'm also using a clindamycin phosphate and benzoyl peroxide gel as my topical actives. That being said, I think my skin right now is a little bit more sensitized, and it's also sensitive in general. So I prefer my cleanser to be pretty simple, pretty hydrating, a light cleanse. I don't want that clean feel anymore. I used to think that I wanted a foaming, stripping cleanse because I thought that would help me with my acne, and now I'm learning that that's not really what my skin likes. It likes to be clean, but not like stripped clean, you know what I mean? So right now my skin, I think, is actually leaning more towards normal. I used to be very oily, but I think with my topical retinol, it's kind of like taming those oils down a little bit. So in my T-zone, I'm still experiencing some oils. They're not as extreme as they used to be. So that's what I'm working with as far as my skin. Although cleansers are important though, and we should pay attention to what type of cleanser is going to work best for our skin, I will say that I still don't think that we need to spend a ton of money for a cleanser. I just cannot get myself to buy a really expensive cleanser, and of course expensive is subjective, but for me, I want something that's going to fit into my budget, that I'm not spending a ton of money on. We will first start out with the one that I think would really work for a ton of skin types, and that is the Vanicream Gentle Face Cleanser. This one, I don't know why it took me so long to try this, because lots of people have recommended it to me. My dermatologist has recommended it. I would categorize this as like a nice water-based, is it gel? Not really, kind of, sort of gel cleanser. It does have a very gentle foam to it if you're like really rubbing it in, but I wouldn't consider this a foam cleanser. So that being said, I don't think it strips your face. I think it leaves you with like a good, I hate to use the word clean because when people hear clean they think like stripping, but it leaves you with a good clean base that isn't stripped. This one is free of dyes, fragrances, masking fragrances, and lanolin. It's free of parabens, formaldehyde. Why would formaldehyde be in a cleanser? Whatever. And other preservatives. It is marketed towards people with sensitive skin. On the back it says that it's non-comedogenic, it's soap-free, oil-free, sulfate-free, betaine-free, gluten-free, all the frees. This is really like the cleanser that's like straight to the point. As far as the ingredients, the only thing that's really in here is water and glycerin. That's like the base of it. There's really no extra added anything in here. I do cleanse twice a day, and I think this would be one that I can use both in the morning and at night. And also I think this is one that I will continue to use in the summer. Some cleansers, I feel like they're just so hydrating that I don't know if I would necessarily gravitate towards them in the summer because of my oily skin and my excess oil production in the summertime. But this is one that I think can be used year round. If you guys have ever tried the Cetaphil, like the original Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser, it reminds me of that, but like a better version of it. The next cleanser that I've been testing out, this is the Aveeno Calm and Restore Nourishing Oat Cleanser. It is marketed towards people with sensitive skin. This one is fragrance free. It is a gentle cleanse which hydrates to preserve the skin's moisture barrier. It's a water-based kind of gel-like, it's really like a jelly-like cleanser. It's got glycerin in here, Avena sativa, which is oat. Oat is really good for nourishing and calming your skin. It also says that the formula is fragrance-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free, alcohol-free, dye-free, I don't even know how to say that, free, non-comedogenic, hypoallergenic, and tested on sensitive skin, if you care about all of that. They describe it as a milky cleanser that gently lifts away dirt and impurities and leaves the skin looking healthy and feeling hydrated. I don't know if I would describe this as a milky cleanser. To me, milk, I guess we have different definitions of milk, but let me show you. To me, this is a gel cleanser, like straight gel, if you can see it on here. It's literally a gel. It left my skin feeling really nice. I still felt clean. I didn't feel stripped, but I think unlike the Vanicream that just cleanses and that's it, it's cleansing but bringing in some hydration in as well. I think it's important to note that the texture of this cleanser, it's so gentle and it's so like gel-like that you're not gonna get any lather in this whatsoever. So that was my only thing with it. I feel like when I was putting it on my face, I was like, is this a cleanser or like what's going on here? So it doesn't feel like you have a lot on when you're washing your face, but it does wash off completely. Also, if you are someone that does not double cleanse, I don't think this would be a very good option as far as taking off, you know, makeup or even sunscreen. I think it's really just as something that you might use if you don't have a lot of product on your face. This Vanicream like has the potential of taking off some sunscreen and some makeup, but it's also not like super strong. But I would say that it works better to like take things off than this oat one. I don't think everyone will like this because of the texture, but I do enjoy it and I will continue to use it in the morning as my cleanser. So the last one we're going to talk about is the Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. So this is a cleanser that's marketed towards people with normal to dry skin. It says that it's dermatologist tested, safe for sensitive skin, gently cleanses while retaining essential moisture. It is soap-free, sulfate-free, fragrance-free. It does include niacinamides, which has some really nice soothing properties. I don't know how much of it is in here though, and how beneficial niacinamide is in a cleanser, but they have that in here. It also includes ceramide 3, also help to retain moisture and kind of restore your moisture barrier. And then lastly, they have the Roche-Posay probiotic thermal water in here, which contains a combination of minerals, trace elements, and high concentrations of selenium, and it's a natural antioxidant. Of all the cleansers that I'm showing in this video, this one I think is going to be the most hydrating. It's going to clean your skin, but it's also going to leave you with sort of like a layer of hydration, I guess, because the texture itself kind of feels like a lotion. It's almost like a milky lotion, if I could describe it. As you guys can see, it sort of has, it's like slightly jelly, but I think the Aveeno is definitely a gel cleanser, and this is sort of like a mix between like a gel and like a moisturizer almost, and a milk, I guess. That's kind of the texture that I'm getting from it. I think that if you're someone with oily skin, you may not love this one as much. I actually liked it, but I feel like people with oily skin want something that's going to feel like it's cleaning and less like it's hydrating. Now, this does clean your skin. I'm just saying that when you're putting it on, it feels like you're not getting as much of a cleanse as you're probably used to, maybe that you'd be getting from the Vanicream or from the Aveeno. So the actual act of rubbing it on your face doesn't feel like it's cleansing as much, but when you wash it off, it does cleanse your skin, but it's going to leave sort of like a kind of a very slight barrier to it. You may not love that if you're someone with oily skin, but if you're someone with like normal, combo, maybe even dry, that might be something that you like. But I do think it would work for basically all skin types. It just depends on what kind of feeling you like when you're washing your face. Like the Aveeno one, I do prefer to use this one more in the morning because it's giving the hydration, and that's what I want in the morning. It does work decently well as night as well when you are using it after like an oil-based cleanser. So overall, I think the cleanser in here that's probably my favorite is the Vanicream, and I think that's because I can see myself using it in like different seasons, when my skin is dry or oily or more compromised, and it's just like a really simple to the point cleanser. So I'd say that this is my favorite. But as far as the drier months, which is what I'm in right now, it's not December, it's January. It's cold, my skin is leaning more towards dry. These two are ones that I think will work better for the winter for me. This one works really well as like a morning cleanse, and this one I think could work for like morning and night. So that's it for today's video. Those are the 3 cleansers that I've been using lately that I've been loving. I think all of them are pretty good and they work well. If you've tried them and you love them, let me know. If you tried them and you hated them, let me know. If you have any questions about any of them specifically, let me know down in the comment section. I will try to answer that for you guys. So that's it for today's video. I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!